Welcome back to Toy Box. This episode is going to be an unboxing episode and show and tell of something that I've recently bought. It's an item. It's been on my radar for a number of years now, but I haven't purchased it because of the price of it, and you can only ever find mint in the box examples. But I found a loose example, and I found it on Facebook Marketplace. Like I said, I haven't been actively looking for it. I was just looking on the toys and collectibles section on there, and there it was for £10. I had to have it, and I'm really looking forward to having it in my collection. It is an action figure from one of my favourite 1980s fantasy films. So let's open it up, have a look at it, and I'll tell you a bit about it. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. And if you don't recognise it, it is skekSil, the Chamberlain, from Jim Henson's 1982 creature fantasy film, The Dark Crystal. And this is made by Neca Toys. Yes, this is the only character from the film to get a major likeness in an action figure. Like I said, this was made by Neca in 2009. It's a shame they only made one because they're great detail. I mean, look at the details on that. You can even see his nipples and all sorts. Chamberlain was most famous in the film for his whimper, really iconic whimper. And look at the steely eyes on the sculpt there. Oh, that's amazing. Very a true likeness to how he is in the film. Okay, so the figure itself is represented in his banished attinement. During the beginning of the film, he loses a battle of trial by stone where Skeksis scored skekSil, and the repercussions of that is that he lost his royal garments and he lost his title, and he was banished off into the wilderness at Thrall. However, he did come back towards the end of the film with the captured Gelflings. I think it did miss a bit of a trick though in not including any accessories. This is how it comes. There's no accessories in the box. This is how it came. I'll put a picture of the packaging for you to look in the top right hand corner. But yeah, I think they missed a trick in not including the sword that he used in the trial by stone where he lost his duel with skekSil. And I think they should have included his red royal robe as an additional accessory. I think that would have made it more complete. So the Skeksis are the main antagonists from the Dark Crystal, described as part reptile, part predatory bird, and part dragon by concept artist Brian Froud. And it's believed that Jim Henson got his inspiration for the character from a Lewis Carroll book called The Pigtail, and in that book, on one of the pages, there is a picture of two glorified crocodiles having a bath in the Victorian setting. So what is Dark Crystal? Well, Dark Crystal was made by Jim Henson, who's famous for the Muppet Show, the Muppet films, Fraggle Rock, Labyrinth. It's his first all-creature feature film. He did make Labyrinth after this, which had David Bowie. But this one came out in 1982, and it was he co-directed it with his long-term collaborator from the Muppet Show, Frank Oz. So Dark Crystal is a classic tale of good against evil, mystics against Skeksis. Long ago, the crystal, the very source of balance and truth in the universe, was shattered. Now, as the convergence of the free sun approaches, the crystal must be restored, or the evil Skeksis will rule the world forever. Jen and Kira, the world's last two Gelflings, must now journey together to replace the crystal's missing shard in order to fulfill the ancient prophecy and restore harmony to their world. yeah, real fun memories from watching The Dark Crystal, particularly the sceneries, the landscapes, the creatures, just basically how everything seemed so real and how everything was kind of brought to life. You felt like you're actually transported into that world, and that was a real testament to the work of Jim Henson and Brian Froud and Frank Oz. It's an amazing film. Go and check it out. It's a great 80s cult fantasy film. Incidentally, there is a prequel TV series called Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. This was made, I think, about 3 or 4 years ago now. You can find that on Netflix. I've watched it twice now. It's also an amazing TV show. I was a bit sceptical at first when I found out they were doing a prequel TV series, but when I found out that Brian Froud, the original concept designer behind Dark Crystal, was on board, I knew it was going to be good, and you know what? It really, really is. Go check that out. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.